Hello and welcome back to this channel. Today's going to be a very important video because today we're going to be talking about what can happen if you underwater a plant or overwater a plant. It can really be super significant if you barely water it or if you really overwater it. So pretty much I'm just going to be showing you guys kind of what to look out for if you guys happen to overwater it or underwater it. So before we start, please subscribe, hit the notification bell to start being like this video. Let's go ahead and start this video. So after running the green room for about a year now, there's been so many things I've noticed, from just really underwatering plants to just kind of really overwatering plants and pretty much destroying the plants. So pretty much we're going to be starting over here a little bit. I'm going to kind of be showing you guys a little bit of some things, and then we're going to kind of just go from over here. I'm just going to be showing you guys kind of some of the plants we've purposely not watered for a few days just to film this video, and some plants we've overwatered, so I can show you what that looks like too. So usually you can tell when like a plant is overwatered in the leaves, but these leaves haven't really noticed. So sometimes you can go to a plant and kind of touch on the soil a little bit. If it like that's just like really dry, I don't think we've really watered that much. It's more moist and just like kind of just not really wet. That's a little bit wetter, but that's also with the humidity in this room being a little bit higher than usual. So same with down here. Over here, the soil is a little bit wetter just because this has been watered a little bit more. And then over here, you can kind of see like this is a little bit dry too. I haven't really watered these much in a while, kind of just to show you guys like kind of a way you can tell from the soil. But over here, you can kind of see like some of the leaves are starting to turn yellow, which means it's being overwatered. So like some of these are just kind of losing its color. That could be just underwatered or overwatered, but most of the time it means it's a little bit overwatered, and I've watered this thing like crazy. So I'll probably hold off on this a little bit for now and maybe water it in a few days. Then I did nothing to this plant down here just because these lettuce plants look really good and I don't really want to mess with those. Then up here you can kind of see there's like a yellowish color, and the soil is actually kind of wet. The trays under aren't really wet, but you can kind of see the plants obviously getting overwatered, and it's just kind of saying to hold off and stuff like that. Same with these. This is a little bit harder to drain the water out of, so you can kind of like feel the soil's a little bit just wet. Not really the best for just indoor growing and stuff like that. The cilantro is brand new, so I haven't really messed with that either lately, just so I don't hurt the plants when they're at a very young age. Same with the basil. The basil's brand new in the grow room, so I don't really want to mess with anything that's new. This spinach up here, same with the spinach over there. This spinach just kind of just dries out, but the thing is, this is a little bit underwatered. So the thing is, you can kind of see like some of the things kind of shriveled up a little bit, just dried up. But that's just kind of the plant's fault a little bit. That's also could just be like the location. Maybe it's getting too much air, or maybe it's just getting too much light. I'd be surprised with the light part. Or maybe it's just too hot. Be surprised with any of those. Maybe wind. But you can kind of see there's a little bit of some mold in there. I'm actually just now noticing that. Or that actually might be the seed, because I'm only seeing that around the seeds. I'm just going to kind of take that out and do some experimenting with that. But that's also another thing. And on this channel, we've had a lot of mold problems. Every single time you have mold, that means you're really overwatering it and it can't dry out. So like, maybe I've overwatered that a little bit too much lately, and maybe there's starting to be some mold starting to form. Mold is your worst nightmare. You do not want mold on your plants. Mold is pretty much the last factor. It will completely, very quickly demolish your plants. I've done microgreens before, and the last harvest I did had mold on it, so I had to completely get rid of the entire batch on that tray. So just kind of be a little bit careful. Also, just something that also falls in that factor, wind is insanely important to have in your grow room. You need to have wind to kind of move just air around and help it dry, help it just really helps. Because if I turn all these fans off, that would actually be a fun video if I turn off all the fans and like showed you guys what would happen. A lot of these plants would probably just not look as good as now. Just wind is a huge factor. Just make sure you do not have the fans completely on high. I have every single one on the lowest setting just to kind of slowly move it around. High wind will make it seem like there's a hurricane outside and it is demolishing the plant. So, this is going to be the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys spending your time today to support this channel. So, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, so everyone and like this video. I really appreciate you guys spending your time today to support this channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace.